too many people here because I spend all my time at work, and this job is really demanding. So that was our first phone call. We talked more. He talked a lot, which took me by surprise because I'm not really used to men talking more than me. Um, he eventually asked me out on a date. Our first date was set for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. He asked me what was my favorite restaurant. I said Cheesecake Factory. And so we agreed to go out at the Cheesecake Factory in a location that was in between. I lived in Clayton County at the time. He lived in Gwinnett County. I realized that if you don't know anything about Metro Atlanta, that makes no sense. But basically, we lived about 45 minutes apart. So we agreed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory over at Perimeter Mall, which is in an area, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody area. I was excited. Like, I called my friends and was like, I got a date, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes. First conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures, because, that's always an issue with online dating. Hopefully he looks like his pictures. So on my way to our date, I took 285, and literally right before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit for Boulder Crest, I heard a boom, and I lost control of my car. Thank God that not thank God, but I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out. So I called him and I said, hey, I am so sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station. And I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing. He kind of paused. He got quiet, and he was like, tell me exactly where you are. Drop your pin. So I dropped the pin, and he came to the gas station. Got out the car, and I was so relieved that he actually looked like his pictures that I was like, oh my God, he's actually attractive, because he's like 6'4", 6'5". Oh, also, man, I apologize. So let me go back to the first conversation. Let me add something. He did tell me in the first phone call that he was divorced, and that his ex-wife, she had 2 children, a boy and a girl, who were teenagers, young adults. I think the girl was about 20. And he said that he had a very close relationship with his stepkids, but that he and his ex-wife had divorced because she cheated on him out in California. And so coming to Georgia was a new beginning for him. She was still out in California. The kids were still out in California. And so, he was like, I can't stand her, but I still want to be in the kids' lives. I have to put that in there because that will come back later. So this is just setting the stage. Again, that first conversation we talked about family, job, friends, how he ended up in Georgia, me being in Georgia, the things that, I would think people talk about in the first conversation. All right, now back to the tire blew out. So he shows up to the gas station. He changes my tire, which I just thought was the sexiest thing in the world. And then he proceeds to say, hey, I found a tire place around the corner. You need to get another tire. Like, you can't drive on this donut. So he followed me to the tire place, and then helped me get a tire, paid for it. So I was definitely like, wow. And so the vibe was good. So anyway, I get the tire fixed. We follow each other to the Cheesecake Factory over in Perimeter. We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like, this is just this. Oh my God, I had butterflies. That's the look of a woman who had butterflies. So I had butterflies. And we go in. There's a long wait. And so we sit outside and we just talk. and the conversation's great. And this is where he tells me what it is he's looking for. He tells me, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married and it be for real. He's like, my parents were married 40 plus years before my mom passed away. And I want that. I want marriage, family, a house. Like, that is what I want. He's like, I'm as a man, I'm ready to get married, but I want it to be for real, because the first time, it really hurt me when she cheated on me. So he's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. And so he was like, what is it that you want? And I said pretty much the same thing. I was like, I'm ready to get married. Definitely want to have a family. And I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part 1. Please excuse the hair, but here is part 1.
Okay, so before we go to part 2, I would like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on the first part. Are you guys there?
I think that this happens to a lot of people. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think that this happens to a lot of people. Just hearing the message, I think that maybe it could be a wake-up call to a lot of women. So it's a lot of power in the video. It's not so much, I don't just see it as if she's just exposing him. Some people may look at it that way, but I see it like a woman enlightening other women, who may be going through that same similar situation and not really fully understanding what they're getting themselves into. But that's just my intake.
Okay. Anybody else?
Do you want my real honest opinion, or do you want me to keep it PG?
That's what we're here for, yeah.
Speak the truth.
I think she did see, man. And I think he knew she was food, and that's why he did it to her. Be honest with you, she looked like she got low self-esteem. All that shit shouldn't really had her all wind up like that. It's simple stuff. She never got treated that way.
So
if your bar's low, them little things just gonna impress you.
So wait, are you jumping ahead because we just on part 1 and they just kind of getting?
I'm just saying the basic things he just did for her. She got all wind up. She was ready to marry him right there. Just from them little simple things. I'm just saying, just from the first video, Miss Londa. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, Squalla, how you feel?
I feel like you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I bet. So I feel like she kind of slow. I don't know. I feel like she was desperate, fresh. She just jumped at him because he was talking some good game with him. That's it.
Did you just call her slow?
Like she put herself out there.
Food.
She put herself out there.
Okay.
Put herself out.
She's a chi-chi. Hey, Squilla, she's a chi-chi.
What the hell is a chi-chi?
Well, I was just for the ask that.
What is a chi-chi?
She's a prison spread. See, that's
a chi-chi is prison food. You ain't know the chi-chi is like some gourmet prison food.
See, I ain't never been to prison, so I wouldn't have known that. But Vonda, we would like to hear from you.
I think it starts off good. Like if from what I can tell, the only thing that I didn't like is them meeting on a dating app. I don't promote meeting people online, like on dating apps. That kind of makes you seem a little desperate, in my opinion, just a teeny bit.
I hurt my feelings though.
What?
I met my wife off a line. We 5 years
Well,
deep.
I mean, I just said that's my personal thing. I'm not saying that it don't work for everybody, but
right.
It depends on what
5 years deep, baby.
I think it depends on a dating site too, because she said that they were on Hinge, and I don't know what the other dating site.
I found her on atheist.com though. I found her off atheist.com.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I think it may be different depending on what your interest may be. If you're an
Oh, what?
atheist and
Ain't
like y'all might have
nobody
already
sit here.
y'all might already have things in common, but I'm just saying, like, it's a good way to be tricked when you meet people online, first of all. But I think that okay, I think it was cool where they had an interaction and she was going to go see him, and she needed help, and he came and helped her. So that was really good win on his part. That's what everyone wants, male or female, if they're in a need and they and they're about to go see someone and they have a problem. If the person helps them, because she was going to back out of the date, but he had volunteered to help her. So that showed that he, that he's a man about his word, and that, that he does manly things. So far how it's going, it sounds like it's going okay. So I can't wait to hear more.
Okay. So I'm
Can
going
I add another opinion?
Yep.
Can I add one more thing onto my opinion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this. She was on that dating app, and he is a scammer. She is like he's a scammer. He about to take her for her house. He about to take whatever she got. He about to scam her, and she can't see it.
All she want to see is
She
love.
do look like Lizzo's cousin or something. She look like Lizzo's cousin or something.
All right, who the fuck did I marry? Part 2. So we both put on the table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people, which is kind of up my alley, my sense of humor. It was a good vibe. So at the end of the date, at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend. I don't know the name of the song. By the time this video posts, I will put the name at the bottom. I can't remember the song. I just remember that John Legend was talking about, I think I met my wife tonight. And I thought it was a sign. So I was like, oh my God. So anyway, we ended up sitting in the car talking just about life and experiences until about midnight. So during this conversation, he again is telling me how it was, what it was like living in California, how he went out there. He went to San Diego State. He played football for San Diego State. He talked about how, life, he loved it out there, so he stayed. That's when he joined the company. And then he explained that he also did arena football, but only did it for about 2 or 3 years. He claims that while he was doing arena football, the team that he was on won a championship. But again, keep in mind, I don't know anything about arena football. So I was like, okay, I didn't know that they had championships. And he was like, he got a little offended, like, yeah, they got championships. And, he was on that team. So he talked to me about how he worked at Apple. He worked something in the IT area of Apple, but it within the store. Again, it was one of those, it's like when I tell people I used to work at Amazon, I really wasn't paying much attention to it. Why? So we talked about all that. We talked deeply into what happened with the ex-wife. It's because I asked. He was not volunteering all this information. So in other words, I get very uncomfortable when men start talking about their ex a lot. That's not what happened. I was asking questions because I was really trying to figure out, okay, are you ready for a relationship, or are you still missing her? So we talked about that. We talked about my exes. That was a mistake I made because I talked about how I dated at one point in time somebody I worked with. That will come back later. And he seemed real cool about it. He was like, that was before me and blah, blah, blah. So the conversation was good. Midnight comes and I go home. Yes, I went home. We ended up talking. Mind you, our first date was March 7th. And within about 2.5 weeks, Brian Kemp, our governor, shut Georgia down. We were going to be on lockdown. So during those 2.5 weeks, we talked every day. We went out again at Red Lobster. I remember Red Lobster. But everything was going great. The issue was, where are we going to quarantine? So the question was, are we going to quarantine at his place, which he had like a studio type of situation. Like, it clearly, where he was staying, I was like, it's like a studio apartment, but he kept telling me like, this is temporary because I'm looking for a house. Like, he showed me the email from a woman who worked at the company where she was out on maternity leave, but she was putting him in contact with a realtor to help him find a townhome or a single family house. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely temporary. Like, he's not trying to stay here long term. And she was apologizing in the email. I'm so sorry, this should have been taken care of before you got here, but it wasn't. I saw the email. I read it. I read the email. So the decision was, we're going to quarantine at the studio, or we're going to quarantine in my house? First mistake I made. Well, there's a lot, but this was a mistake I made. So ladies, caution moment. During one of our dates, because keep in mind, in those 2 weeks, we were seeing each other quite a bit. Nothing physical or anything like that. Just two people who I thought were really on some, all right, let's see if this is going to grow into something. He came to my house. When he came to my house, I had a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhome. He was in a studio. Now, I'm telling you guys all of this in order of how it happened. So some things I'm probably going to insert what I was thinking and the mistake I made. Can I turn this off? No. Okay, still need that. And I say that to say that I did not realize inviting him to my home probably made his eyes go, oh shit, she's a keeper. She got this 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhouse, and I'm in like a little studio. Yeah, let me go ahead and pursue this. What I need to do to quarantine here. The decision was made, quarantine at my house. So the state went on lockdown. He came and stayed with me in my home. And for the most part, in the initial beginning, it was fine. It was fine. The reason why I hesitate is because I grew up in the church. So for me, it was really like an internal struggle of, bruh, you always said you would never live with a guy unless he was your husband. And now you living with a dude and he ain't your husband. Like, it was a struggle for me because I knew better. And don't come for me. I'm just telling you the way I grew up. It was like that. It was not sitting right with me. But at the same time, I didn't want to quarantine by myself. I did not want to. So there we go. So he moved in. We talked about the bills. Let me clear something up that I said in the other video where I said he paid all the bills. He paid all the household bills. He did not pay my car payment, my cell phone, or my car insurance. He paid the rent because my rent at the time was less than $1,000. He paid the utility bills. And so when he's telling me that he's a regional manager, I was like, wow, okay, so you got money. And so he paid all the household bills. So my check really was just taking care of me, myself, and I. And I am not, this is where it's not going to make me look good, but it's the truth. It was intoxicating to not have to worry financially about how to pay the bills. It was a wonderful feeling. And so I kind of pushed to the side the fact that, yeah, you shacking up, because it's like, but your page, you don't have to worry right now. Like he's taking care of all of April's bills before April even comes, because this was still March. So we're living together, and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, he's helping to cook and clean, and then we have a conversation about house. Is he still going to buy a house just for him, or is he going to buy a house where it's for us? Because we are going to try to make this thing work, be official, get married, have a family. So the question now on the table is, what are we going to do? Because I didn't want to stay in Riverdale, Georgia. I did not want to raise a family there. I refused to have a baby in Clayton County. So the decision was made, let's start looking for a house for both of us. Remember, he was already looking for a house for him. But then he was like, you know what? We're together. I plan to marry you. Let's look for a family home for the two of us. He was like, this is how much I was approved for. That's when he showed me the Chase paperwork. It was a letter stating that and it had the Chase emblem at the top. He showed me a letter stating that he was approved for $700. All right, who the fuck did I marry? Part 2. So we both put on the table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people, which is kind of up my alley, my sense of humor. It was.
So it seemed like it skipped, but I'll let you guys voice your opinions on so far on what you guys think. So do you guys think, okay, so they met in March. Y'all know that COVID hit in April. They're already talking about who house they're going to be at for quarantine and marriage and buying a house. Do you guys think that was a little too soon?
That definitely was a little too soon, considering the fact that she's doing these videos now. I think that he was like completely bogus. He took advantage of a vulnerable adult, basically. That's how I look at it. He knew what she wanted, which pretty much was money, some type of financial stability or help, and he preyed off that.
I'll let the next person go.
I'll turn my camera off because I'm driving, but I'm here.
All I gotta say is when you give somebody all this information and you tell me it's an open book test, I'm gonna take the answers.
Yep.
She gave her her whole life in one conversation. What is that man supposed to do? He sold her a dream. She wanted a dream to her.
What did she say to make you think she gave her whole life in one conversation?
She told her all about the exes, who she slept with, what did she want. I'll be a fool not to say what you want to hear. That's part of the game, Islam. That her old head failed her. She's supposed to have been put on the game at 38 years old.
Okay, I'm confused. You said she was telling her about her past, or the dude was telling about his past?
No, I'm saying she was giving all the answers though. When that conversation, I want this.
Oh yeah.
I had a failed relation. You're not supposed to tell everybody that on the first date. like, that's like giving me the answers for the ACT. I'd probably be in Harvard by now if you gave me all the answers. Like I don't understand it. Like I don't feel sorry for her. That 3 weeks, come on, man. You don't know if that man was a serial killer. You don't know if he got a house in Virginia. You know what I mean? This thing could have ended way worse than it did.
That's true.
He could have been on the run.
What? She could have been a wood chipper.
Yeah, she did definitely take a big risk with her life and her house, you know. But I guess when people have a connection like that, I mean, sometimes those connections are great. It seemed like it was working good, but she said that she seen something in an email that I didn't really understand that piece, what she saw in the email, because that's kind of like one of the first red flags that she said.
she's seen an email from I guess somebody that he was dealing with, either it was from the bank or somebody he worked with, where she was apologizing about something that was supposed to already been taken care of. But I think it has something to do with buying the house or something.
Well, let me tell you, yo. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's very easy to scam a motherfucker. So, the old paperwork that she said she saw from the bank, from the email, is not hard to get. We go, all of us right here, right now, could go pull up a paper that say we approve for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It ain't that hard. You could get something, and scammers usually have all their stuff in order. They probably have, it's probably a group of scammers. So if she saw an email, there's somebody else in his scammer group. Like he pulled up and she invited him in her house after 2 weeks. 2 weeks, they talking about, hold on, where are we quarantining at? Nah, that ain't, it's where you quarantine. I'm gonna quarantine over here and you gonna quarantine over there. Like,
exactly.
2 weeks.
We gonna FaceTime.
2 weeks. How you do that after 2 weeks?
She couldn't wait on Jesus no more. That's what happened. She said she was in the church.
No, that's what I told her. That's what I said. I think she's kind of slow. She kind of not all. Yeah, she kind of retarded. She's stupid. Like,
don't call her stupid. Don't call her stupid.
You know how easy to
I
get
gotta call her stupid because I said she a grown woman. Like, it's TV shows about this catfish. She should know better.
Well, the thing about it is that she's not really losing right now. He didn't move. She got her company that she need. He helping pay the bills. He's so from the perspective that she's telling the story now, she's not at a loss right now. You know, she has a company. It's quarantine, so they really can't go anywhere anyway. You know, so it's either be together. But I understand the part you guys are all right about as far as moving too fast. That can go. Sometimes they go wrong versus going right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's, you know, so you giving a lot of space for it to go wrong when you move too fast, you know. But
I don't necessarily say it's moving too fast because some relationship has worked that way. I'm thinking more so of being more educated, of being other aware and knowing when you're being played.
Yeah, she's not being played yet. She the first time she's
talking about having a baby in 3 weeks.
That's crazy. She cool. You know, it's the honeymoon. Everything going good. So you know, they're having a good time still. You know, the only thing she seen was she see that, oh, you're approved for this much. Oh, you're a manager at this job. She not losing. She thinking that she got a catch. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
from what I'm hearing, to me it sounds like she gonna be played. It sounds like.
You ever heard what they say about her?
Yeah, it's about perspective
it's too good
too.
To
like,
be true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read these comments right quick. So, Peanut says, "Yep, that was her. One huge mistake was letting a stranger move into her home. She didn't know him. Oh my God, he could have been a killer." And then Miss Ready Leo says, "I'm not too hip on the situation, but from what I'm hearing, she was looking for love and stability in all the wrong places." Yeah, I think she was looking for love and stability, but she ran up on the wrong one. But he knew what he was doing. He was wooing her. So he came through the door making her feel like he was that one and he was going, you know. And I guess she fell for it.
But Miss Londa, what are we supposed to say? We ain't shit?
Hey, look, you hear? I'm getting that too, brother.
What are you supposed to say? We ain't shit in the first date?
You ain't got to say you ain't shit, but I mean, I'm not her either. You know what I'm saying? If I meet a man, he got to have his own house, his own car, his own money, because I like to be bothered when I want to be bothered. I don't play Uber games for you and your homies, and you just got to have your own money because I'm not pocket giving you no money.
Yeah, he had all of that. He had a car, he had a studio, he had a job. So I mean, she not, you know, she kind of did find a catch, you know, to a certain degree, you know.
But she went into the situation.
Yeah,
she went into the situation with the wrong intentions. If that's all she was looking for, which sounds like most material stuff, then that's the outcome. You know, you went in looking for it. It says you say you're looking for love, but then you're attracted by all these material things that he had. So that's kind of contradicting herself.
Well, no, I
Are you
don't.
looking for love or are you looking for materialistic things?
No, well, he didn't have material. But the thing is when you get with a man, you don't want to get with a man that can't
Don't
help you
have
with
nothing.
anything. You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, if she said she wanted to get married, she looking for love. She thought that this is who God sent her. I mean, I don't know if she said it in this video, but I didn't. I mean, we all know what happened kind of a little bit, but so when she telling in the first 2 videos, it's not that bad yet. It's not bad. I
Right,
don't see any.
She talking about taking
And
the
I don't
wrapper
think
off the
it was. I don't
lollipop the
think it
first
was
game
based off
around.
material though, because she had the 3-bedroom, 2.5-bedroom
Mhm.
townhome. He had a studio, so I don't think it was based off of what he had. She was a step ahead.
Well,
of him.
listen to what she said. I didn't go through the whole story, so I don't know. But I'm just off the 2 videos. It's like she's like, oh, well, he had this, he had that. So I'm like, yep, come on. She said that.
Yeah, and he
But
gotta
I
get
think,
better
I
in.
think she was saying that to say that she thought she met a man that was really on his shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna keep speaking because I kind of probably don't watch the hit of y'all, so I know a little bit more, and I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just say, she went into a situation off of basically somebody saying this, that, and the third to her. She had no proof. She saw an email that she don't know where it came from. She saw an email. He could have typed it up himself. She just saw something. She just went on, and that's what I'm saying. I don't consider her a victim here. She victimized herself because it's a lot of people that have been through this before that she could have learned from their mistake. Like I said, it's a whole TV show about this. It's a whole
Hey,
TV show about people
sometimes when the
getting
things get the
beaten.
wedged, though, Squilla, sometimes when them things get wedged, then we get knocked off.
Man, and what else? Anytime something's too good to be true, you should do your read. You gotta do your homework. You gotta do your homework on people. My man live in a studio. He live in a studio, but he coincidentally is on his way into a house. Then he see her house. He see her house, and he light up when he see her house.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, he prayed on her. That's what makes it bogus.
He about to hit her.
All right, part 4.
Damn.
So we go to Home Depot, we go to Lowe's.
Did we do part 3? Sorry.
I'm choosing all these appliances. He's taking pictures of the
That is
the
part
SKU
3.
number.
Part 3 and 4 is
We
together.
had representatives helping us, and he basically explained to them, "Hey, we're buying a
Can I go
house.
back?
We should be closing sometime in June. Can we order
The
this
last thing
stuff
she
now?
said was he had shown her his account.
Put a hold on it? Like what?"
The last thing she said, he was showing her how much was in his account.
Damn, she
Yeah,
makes some.
she don't
She
got
makes
no
some money
video
off
that
these
say
Who the
videos.
fuck
part 3.
at his
I
place,
don't watch them
which
all.
he had to pursue this. What I need to do to quarantine here really was just taking care of me.
I don't think it's a part 3.
Yeah, I don't see part 3. It goes.
Yeah, she
Yes,
don't
a
got no
part
video
3.
that say
I
part
think.
3.
Yeah, unless you seen one that find a video. Well, all one. You're on TikTok though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she making the killing though. She ain't a victim no more. 12.2 million.
You silly. I don't
Yeah,
see
she
part 3,
good.
y'all.
Legion helping her pockets out.
Yeah.
It ain't no part 3. She ain't got no
Okay.
video labeled part 3.
All right, part 4. So we go to Home Depot, we go to Lowe's. I'm choosing all these appliances. He's taking pictures of the SKU number. We had representatives helping us, and he basically explained to them, "Hey, we're buying a house. We should be closing sometime in June. Can we order this stuff now? Can I put a hold on it? Like, what can we do? Because we're not ready for delivery." I stood there as the Home Depot
Yolanda, I
rep
found
said,
part
"We
3.
can hold it in our
Right.
warehouse. Like, you can buy something and we can hold it." People do it all the time, especially.
Did somebody say they found part 3?
Yep, I sent it to you in Messenger.
Okay.
It's on TikTok too or YouTube. I don't know, but it's this part 3 in Messenger I sent to you.
Ooh, child, things gonna get easier.
I didn't see the official part 3. I watched
Yeah,
all the way up
it
to
might
part
not be
7.
ordered on there. it might not be ordered properly. I watched it. I was watching a little bit on YouTube, and they was doing 1 through 10, so I knew it was a part 3 because they was doing like, you know, or 11 through 20. Whoever had them on there.
This lady, man, I swear. I felt, man, we got to do better as a people. We just got to do better as a whole.
She might as well got a pen pal out of jail, man.
Getting scammed like this, it's crazy. My man got it's endless people on the internet scamming every day.
I know. This is when he explains to me, I told you how I played arena football. I invested my money really well. So he said, I have money that will help pay for the mortgage. He was like, we're good. Like, I'm financially, I am okay. He's like, that's why I'm able to get approved for $750,000 mortgage. So he told me that his money was in different savings accounts. He said he had an account with Chase Bank, he had an account with US Bank, and he had an offshore account. This is what he told me. The offshore account, I was like, why? And he explained something about, the US, the US imposes taxes on money when you have a certain amount in US banks. He was like, so everybody knows that it's smart to have some money in an offshore account. Y'all, look, I live paycheck to paycheck. I was like, okay, that's whatever. I said, so you have the money to pay for a home. I'm also holding in my hand a letter from Chase saying that he was approved for $750,000. So I went off of what I saw. So we contacted a realtor. I won't say his name, but man, if he ever sees this TikTok, I owe this man such an apology. But we contacted a realtor who was based in Cobb County because I was very adamant I wanted to move back to Marietta, Smyrna area in Cobb County, Georgia. He was fine with that. His whole attitude was, you're going to be my wife, happy life. So we met a realtor. I would find houses that I wanted to tour. Keep in mind that this was COVID. So at the time, we could not tour a home. It would have to be a virtual tour. So this particular realtor, we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. Not Cobb County, but nevertheless, it's in Douglasville. I was fine with Douglasville. So we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. The realtor did a FaceTime tour of the house. The house was a nice home. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. So we did a FaceTime tour of the home, and the home was listed, I believe, roughly 400 and something thousand. I really like the house. I could see myself living there. I could see us living there. Could see us with the kid there. This is now April, just for timeline purposes. This is April. So he really liked the house. He was like, you know what, we'll put an offer in on the house. He was like, if you like it, because again, it was COVID, we weren't going to be able to see the house in person because the family still lived there. So he said, I'll put an offer in. We'll see if it's accepted. I said, okay. So he puts an offer in. He's telling me he put an offer in. I need to clarify some things he told me and the things that I actually saw. So for this house in Douglasville, he told me he was putting an offer in. The realtor would call me because one thing that the realtor told us, he was like, if the woman likes the house, typically the house is going to get bought. So he kind of dealt with me a bit more than he did my ex-husband. And again, this is April 2020. This is before we got married. So at the time, he was my boyfriend. So the realtor was calling me and was like, "Hey, you know, I put the offer in, and what they're asking for is proof of funds." And I didn't know any. I did not know anything at this time about buying a house. So I was like, "Hey, you probably need to talk to him because I'm not even listed on the mortgage. Like from the paperwork I saw, it was only in his name." So he called him. I guess they talked. I was not there, but I'm assuming that they had talked. So the boyfriend is coming, my ex is coming home saying, "Yeah, I talked to so-and-so. I sent him over the paperwork. The offer was approved, and they are going to try to do a virtual closing. First, we got to do an inspection. If the inspection goes all well, then we have to do a virtual closing." He also told me that he put down earnest money on the home. He put down, I believe, $5,000. He said, I just transferred the money over to the realtor's account or whatever, so that it could be earnest money for the house. So I'm just like, okay, great. He was like, "So realistically, this is April. We should be able to get in that house by June." Okay, no problem. So this is what he told me. About 3 or 4 days later, I get a phone call from the realtor, and the realtor is like, "Hey, I'm just checking to see what you guys want to do about that house." So I was confused. I'm at work, and I said, "Oh, I was told that he put an offer in," and the realtor was like, "He did? I didn't know that he put an offer in." And I said, "Well, why wouldn't you know? Like, he told me he put the offer in, and he had paid earnest money, $5,000 earnest money." And so the realtor was like, "Well, let me call him and find out what's going on with that, because I didn't know anything about it." So red flag, of course. So I call him, and he in true narcissistic nature, he flips the script and he like goes off. He's like cussing, going off, like he shouldn't, excuse me, I have the hiccups. He shouldn't be calling you. If he has a question, he should call me because I'm the one that's on the mortgage. He was like, and now it's going to be an issue. And I said, "Well, did you put the offer in with him or not?" And he said, "No, I did not put the offer in with him. I put the offer in with a friend of mine who is a realtor, so I can give him the business." So I did not hear from that realtor again. So I was just like, "Is the house under contract or is it not?" He was like, "Yes, the house is under contract." This is how crazy things work out. About 3 days later, on realtor.com, I'm looking at the house because I was trying to figure out in my mind how I'm gonna decorate. It shows the house is under contract. So show my boyfriend. My boyfriend's like, "I told you it was under contract." He was like, I like, "Did you not believe me?" And I ain't had a heart to say, "Hell no, I didn't believe you." Like, it seemed too good to be true. But once I saw the house was under contract, I absolutely believe that, okay, it's under contract with him. Like, yeah, we're about to do inspection. We are about to move. And so we had driven by the house because, again, keep in mind, a family's still living there. So we had driven by the house. At this point, he was like, "I want us to start looking for furniture so that way we can go ahead and order it. So when it's time to move, the furniture is ready," because, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks sometimes for furniture to be delivered if they don't have it in stock. Like, he was very methodical and planning and saying, "This is what we need to do." So we started going to Home Depot, Lowe's, because we had a printout of what the sellers were going to take. They were going to take the appliances. He had a printout. Let me be clear. He had a printout. So it said on there that they were going to take the appliances. So we needed to get a new stove, new refrigerator, new microwave, all that stuff. So we went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I went ham. I chose all these new appliances, and here's where we get into the shopping.
Okay.
Didn't he say from the beginning that his job was paying for his home?
What was that?
Didn't he say in the beginning that his job was supposed to be paying for his house or his home? From the part. You said what?
Did he say in the beginning that his job was going to be paying for the house?
Yeah.
I just remember her saying, well, yeah, maybe that's what the email was about. Maybe that's what the email was about that he said he saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why do he have to go through his account and do all that if he told her from the beginning that, oh, I moved here and my job is going to pay for me a place and all this other stuff in part one. Now he's saying he had to go in his account to pay for it.
But also, too, though, that was another red flag when she called him telling him that the man called and didn't know nothing about him putting the offer in. And then you turn around and say, oh, but I went through my friend. You can't even do business like that. If
Right.
you want to be working with one realtor, how the hell you going to go jump over here because your friend a realtor and say, oh, I'm just giving you this. Why didn't you just give him the business from day one?
Exactly.
Hey, Miss Londa, it's an old song by TLC. Don't be chasing waterfalls.
What's the song?
Don't be chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're moving too fast.
I'm sorry. Yep. No, I agree about the realtor part too, because because you have to, like, if you sign a contract with a realtor and then you decide to not work with them, and then they have to like let you out of the contract and different things, or like it's something that's legalities to it.
Yeah.
But the thing was, she was too vested in what he was doing. That's his house. That's his credit. Like, I mean, it's okay. She wanna, like, I don't know. It just seemed like he was doing everything, and she was kind of invested too much in his business, in my personal opinion.
Exactly.
Lee just sound like he's a Nigerian.
That's racist.
This good with that paperwork. I'm telling you, good with that paperwork.
I almost slipped up and said African a couple times in this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost slipped up and said that shit. But I'm pretty sure that's what the fuck it was too, because so I done had an experience where I got scammed for. So the dude sold the house to like 5 people.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like people, and you in that situation, this dude had everything lined up in order. He had paperwork. He had the keys to this house. And then kind of find out he never even owned the house, but he sold it to 5 different people.
Oh, wow. That's messed up. That is
so it's like scamming. These scammers are very. They gonna cover themselves. They're gonna cover themselves. They're gonna make it look like whatever they want it to look like. So while she was desperate. She jumped out there in 2 weeks, told him to come stay with her during quarantine, and nobody knew how long that was even going to be.
Let's not forget, he probably put the pipe down so that added even more butter.
Definitely. Probably was overdue.
Lord have mercy.
Okay. So listen, we're going to finish the other parts on next Sunday, but I wanted to show these videos. I don't know if you guys have seen these yet. It's still got to do with the same story.
There's 100 videos about this girl, man. There's like 50 or 60 videos she got.
Yeah, about 50.
And she telling this story, man.
So this is the ex-wife.
Whoa.
Am I? Oh wait.
The ex-wife. This is gonna be
Wasn't-
interesting.
Can you guys hear that?
Nah.
I don't see anything.
Damn, man, Legion's a legend, though. I gotta say that brother's game is immaculate.
Nah, bro, his game not immaculate. He just found him I keep saying that she ain't, man.
So sometimes,
She
so
got-
Squilla, you think
His scamming days is over with, honey. He's cooked.
so? You say sometimes you don't gotta go to the bank for suckers. That's what you saying, young Squilla?
Yeah, man. She put herself out there. She can't. He wouldn't have scammed no other woman like that. Not all that stuff he promised in 2 weeks.
She could have went to TD Jakes' church and got found a good man.
Well, we can't say that he can't scam other women like that just yet, because they might start coming out the woodworks after this.
But she probably was his easiest target.
Yeah,
She probably was his easiest target. He ain't had to do too much explaining with her. Hey, look, this what it is. Okay, that's it.
Right.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of women with that fake facade that having high, esteem and confidence. There's a lot of out there with low confidence and self-esteem, men and women.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Man, she just needed to be
Miss
more
Londa, can
smart.
somebody get you like that, Miss Londa? With a tire?
I doubt it. I'm sorry, let her speak.
Could you get you with a tire and some Cheesecake Factory? Can they move in?
Hell no. The fuck? No. You can take me to the Cheesecake Factory and go home.
Okay.
Shit.
You gonna quarantine with somebody you met 2 weeks ago?
No, I don't like to be bothered for long periods of time. Hell, shit.
You gonna talk about
So
quarantine.
I'm going to address the elephant in the
There we
room
go. You go to
because
ex-wife.
it's been brought to my attention that my ex-husband is out here in these streets disturbing individuals as he always has, and I have been brought into this. Let me first say, this chapter of my life is closed. I have moved on. It's been more than 10 years. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm good. Okay? But after I say this, let's just leave it alone. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm not going to address it anymore because I have nothing to do with this. This is my past life. The book is closed. Okay? So Legion, as y'all call him, is a despicable, nasty, and vile individual. I fell for the trap over 10 years ago. Yes, he was charming, and I was broken mentally. Okay? Understand, self-love was not here at all for me to actually love myself enough to understand that this is not love. He manipulated me. He loved bombed me. All of the, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that and everything else. Yes, all of these things were said to me. Guess what? None of it happened. He's manipulative and he literally tried to ruin my life. He had family turn against me because he wanted to tell people lies about me and things of that nature. And unfortunately, he's very, very good at what he does. It took me many, many, many years to get past that. I have healed. And with this situation being brought back to me, it's like cutting me back open with a dagger because I was already healed up. The Band-Aid had been left. I've gotten married. I'm happy. Been good, right? But this man is a pathological liar. He gave up all types of promises, but to the cars and houses, just like Risa. But guess what? None of that ever came to pass, right? So I just need for people to know that this situation was traumatic as hell for me. And then I hear about, because I've not watched any of the videos, because for what? Like, it's not my business anymore. I feel bad for anybody that he comes into contact with. And I will tell any female that sees his picture, don't ever, just let it go. Because he needs some serious mental help, and he needs to be evaluated and be locked away. So that's what I will say. And as far as like me not filing for divorce, I didn't file for divorce because I was afraid for my life. I didn't want to be served. In order for me to file, I would have to tell him where exactly I was. And I didn't want him to know that. So no, I absolutely was not filing because I was afraid at the time. But guess what? It was ended before it even really started. But at the same token, I still was very, very, very not mentally, in love with myself. So that's one of the things that really got me. So I genuinely feel empathy for the women that have been down his path. When all this stuff was going on with him and I, there was no social media, TikTok or anything like that. But at the same token, I just wanted to heal through my processes. I didn't want to sit there and have to tell the whole world my business because I'm a very private person and I don't do drama. I will also say this. I did not hit Legion at all. I did not hit this man. He went to jail because he was impersonating a police officer, telling people that he was a detective of the police department in Atlanta, Georgia. And that is why he went to jail. Also for stalking one of the guards that were over where we lived at. That is why he went to jail. So he didn't go to jail because of we never went to court about me putting my hands on him. My son did, yes, interact with him. And my son, yes, he did put his hands on him because he threatened me for the last time. And enough was enough. As you go through life, you can either sit down and continue to take it, or you can get up and triumph and do what you need to do so that you can make your life better. And at that point, enough was enough for me. I was done. I was no longer going to be the victim because I'm not a victim. I'm not a doormat. You can't step on me. You can't do whatever you want to do to me and me take it. So I left. I will also say, I need people to understand this is my life we're talking about, right? So this situation is triggering, but it's triggering me because it needs to be said. But it's one of those things where I was okay with not saying it. I was good. After this conversation, after I'm done saying my piece, if anybody wants to actually, know how I healed from all of this, you're more than welcome to go, click into my link on my Ms. Missouri page on Facebook. And you're more than welcome to listen to my show tonight, because my Health, My Mind and Body radio show is literally about healing. And my show tonight is about elevating your mental. And I've been elevating my mental for years. And I'm so fucking proud of myself. You know why? Because I've done a lot of work to get past all that shit that was going on in my past. So all that, Risa Tisa, I pray, honey, that you get the healing that you need, sweetie, because guess what? It took me time. And I pray that you get the healing that you need. And anybody else, Vivian or anybody else, I pray that you guys get the healing that you need. Because this situation is not easy. But I hope that you guys really get the healing that you need. So that way, you guys can move forward in your life, because it's possible to have a love of your life after all of this trauma. It is very possible.
Lord have mercy.
All I gotta say is, why was she rubbing her nose like that, Miss Londa, that many times?
Maybe it was itching. I don't know. Is that the only thing you got out of the video? That's what you got out of the video?
It was just hard to take this lady serious. It's hard to take these ladies serious.
It seemed like he
You
prey
see how
on
she
women
dropped
with
down?
mental illness.
Everybody want to be. Go ahead.
I said it seemed like he prey on women with mental illness.
Yeah.
Like they not all the way. I don't feel like they. They're not all the way there, bro.
Well,
Neither
she
one of
did
them.
say in the beginning of the video that she was not loving herself, so she admits to that. You know what I'm saying? She was probably another victim that was looking for love. He coming in with these promises. He won these women, giving them what every woman wants. Every woman wants a man that's gonna come in and do their part, love them, and do all that. That's what every woman wants. That's what he was trying to make them feel he was gonna give them. So they fell for the okie doke.
And give them
What
some
do
good
every,
D.
Oh
what
yeah,
do
that's
every woman want?
toxic.
What do every woman want?
I'm confused because ain't nothing happened to her yet. From the
That's what I'm
videos that we
saying.
watched, why did she get scammed? She ain't lost nothing yet. I'm confused.
No,
That's why I said that I didn't want to say too much because I'm already probably ahead, so I'm kind of like, speaking up.
Even from what I watched, she didn't get scammed. She said she admitted after in one video that she knew he was lying. She's just gonna see if he's gonna go out at the lot. At that time, you're an acceptable player in this game, and then you
True.
You know what I'm saying? You
True.
still got married. When did she get scammed? Or did she lose 1,000, 2,000, 20,000? 30 to 401k.
No.
She got kicked
She
out.
got scammed for her heart.
I'm trying to think
No,
where she
she got-
lost
she
it.
got-
She
Oh,
lost
we got a
it.
call. We got a call.
She lost her mind.
Thank you for calling Queens Talk. You got to turn whatever you're listening to in the background. You have to turn it down.
Okay. I just want to know, I came in at the last minute, but because I was trying to get in on another tablet.
Mhm.
But what is the topic about?
So the topic is about this lady that met a man who pretty much was a psychopath or like or whatever. He was a liar. And he pretty much promised her things. I don't want to jump ahead, but it's 52 episodes to this. We already did 4. Tomorrow night we're gonna, or not tomorrow night, next Sunday we're gonna finish up on the rest. But the bottom line is, he came in, he played on her heart, and he just pretty much turned out to be not shit. And come to find out, that's not the only woman that he's done it to.
Oh, well, then them some dumbass women because, so excuse my
Preach. Preach. The church said amen.
No man can use me. No woman can use me because I can read you like a book. In and out.
In and out. Ooh, preach.
Say that shit.
That Kavashi ain't
After I
hitting.
lost my husband, I was vulnerable. But still couldn't use me. No man can come in my house because my husband wasn't there.
Okay.
No more.
That's right. That's right.
So, and I you already know all this, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can't use me. I can read you like a book in and out.
Even if he came through and the first month he paid all the rent and the bills and he fixed your tire and all that, would that win you over?
But he still better have his own point.
Okay.
He better have his own place, own car, own money.
Yep.
But he can do something, but he can't be in my house.
Okay.
He come visit and leave.
Okay.
The predators know what the move to do. Them predators know how to move in gradually.
I want to say why.
What if he was about to have a new house?
All right. Thank you for calling.
I want to tell y'all why I said she got scammed. I said she as far as these videos go, she didn't get scammed for any money or anything, but he's moved into her house from a studio.
He made a come up.
Yeah, he's elite. He's not probably gonna take no money from her, but he gonna use her until he can't use her no more.
You're a parasite.
It's Willie. You already know he hit the back of that oven. That's what she kept her there. Hit the back of that oven.
Here you go.
Changed the light.
All right, so this lady seems very delusional and easily manipulated to me. I'm still new to her story. I've seen it but never watched it. But just from part 1 and hearing her say because he fixed her tire, she wanted to marry him was crazy to me. I do agree. I think the self-esteem plays a huge part in how you allow others to treat you. I agree.
He probably took her to the Mexican tire spot too, Miss Lon, the $80 tires. To retread it and put it right on.
Yeah.
Peanut says, so his MO is to look for lonely, easy to use, easy to lie to, insecure, desperate, needy ass women looking for love.
Peanut, you OG. I know that ain't gonna happen with you, Peanut.
And look, as a man, the most controlling thing a man could do is come in on the first day and pay all your bills. That's manipulation right there. That's a control tactic.
Yeah. The ex-wife says he has mental issues, may be true, but he sure knows how to scheme and scam his way into living with a woman.
He probably got some deadly techniques. He probably James Bond in the bedroom, dog.
Sounds like in the last video, the ex-wife, that woman found herself. She broke away from all those things that kept her down, found God, and rebirthed herself.
Peanut, no.
Right on.
But so was she with him for 10 years or did she leave? Has she been gone for 10 years? I didn't understand. I didn't get that part.
I think she was with him for 10 years.
Damn.
Wow.
That's not a victim. That's not a victim. 10 years, that's not a victim.
She said she wasn't a victim.
Yeah, she said she was. She ain't no
victim. Hey, the only victim ain't no. This is I mean, I ain't gonna say it ain't no victim, but they know they being used. Just like the girl, she said that. She said, "I'm gonna let him get out of this lie." In one of them videos, she said, "I'm gonna let him get out of the lie."
And the ex-wife got to come up now with that channel, that YouTube channel, on that Facebook channel. That shit about to jump. I might see. Can I get on that show?
She getting paid off clicks right now, so she doing all right. But hey,
that lady made a major come up. Listen, they sending her to London. This TikToker, him and his followers got the money up to send her to London. The BMW lot then called her. She done made a major come up.
But Miss Londa, you think she can fix that wig though?
The one with the rollers in it?
Yeah, that shit was not cute, Miss Londa. Come on, 1 out of 10.
She had rollers in it. She was rolling it.
That shit was rough.
So
you shouldn't be worried about
we didn't take control.
That's how you find a good man. She gotta be prepared.
The thing about it is she gonna get scammed again. Now she got to come up, and now the next nigga gonna be like, "Oh, she up now."
She got scam her for real. Now she thought she got scammed.
She up now. Let's get her.
You might as well go on 90 Day Fiance, man, and go get her a real Nigerian straight off the thing, controlling with the green card. That's all she got to do.
The man is not a Nigerian. Y'all know that, right? He's not Nigerian.
What is his background? Where he from? I need to know. I need to know where he's from.
Black Georgia, Philadelphia, somewhere. I think.
No, but you got Jamaican black, Haitian black, African black.
She need to get a Nigerian for real from Nigeria. Control that green card. He ain't going nowhere.
Control the green card.
Yeah, control that green card.
No, my man. Y'all ever seen that movie? It's a movie. I think it might be a Tyler Perry movie. What was a younger dude and he came and scammed this older woman, took her for everything.
I did watch that Monique movie when she went to Africa. She found her a nice man in that movie. Maybe she needs to do that. You talking about fat girls? Yeah, fat girls.
I know what movie you talking about. The Handmaid. The Hands. Is that the Hands? I know what movie you talking about. The older black woman. I forgot, but I think they copied it off of that.
Him.
Oh yeah, Alicia.
He a nigga. He
Alicia look like Uncle Tommy a little bit. He look like Uncle Tommy.
But she said she knew he was lying and she just kept falling for it. So that's her problem. She didn't get scammed, in my opinion. She should make better decisions. When you get scammed is when you don't know. Like you're putting the pieces and you're learning and you're knowing. Then as it goes down,
at this point she didn't want to know.
Yeah, so you can't. People. That's what I'm saying. Women got to be responsible, just like men have to be responsible.
Hey,
now I'm
saying,
that's your 30s. Like you're in your 30, you're almost 40. Like you should know a little bit. If you want to accept lies or not, you should know that at almost 40. If you want to accept somebody lying to you or not.
Yeah.
You know
I want to be in the movie. I want to be in the movie. I want to be in the Tubi movie. Why the fuck I got married? I think I could be a waiter, whatever they want. I'll be in the movie.
Bro, this whole shit, and look, I can't even, man, because you just think about certain shit, like you on a dating app. You link with a guy from a dating app, and after 2 weeks, The man has moved in with you.
Yeah.
And y'all discussing marriage. Like,
She wasn't talking about reading the Bible, having Bible study. She should have took him to church. She said she was raised in church. Taking the Bible study with her.
I don't think she was going either, was she?
Oh yeah, she
Or
backslide.
maybe church was closed because they was quarantining. So church they had to do virtual church.
She was backsliding.
She was mudsliding. She was tripping.
Yeah. That boy was putting that mumbo sauce on her. You know how to act.
Completely false. And
shit, is that him?
We went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up.
Mm-hmm.
But my message to her is please stop lying to these people, and you can tell them the real reason I left you. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley, and we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. More to the point, I haven't decided who I'm going to talk to exactly or go on whose page or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies. I'm going to address the rumor, Risa Tisa, ex-wife, who straight lying to y'all. It's sad because it's completely false. And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. But my message to her is please stop lying to these people, and you can tell them the real reason I left you. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley, and
Okay, it's repeating itself, but
I like that
was
brother
his
coming in with
response.
that cause. That's tough. That
That
really
was his
tough.
response, though.
Hey,
That's
look,
all
who
he
is-
had to say. We don't get
We
no
never-
details, nothing.
Look, who is Bradley? We
Your
need
name
to hear
is probably
from.
made up.
The
We
realtor.
need to hear from Bradley. I need to hear Bradley's side of the story now.
Yeah, he need an attorney. If she lying, he need to get an attorney then.
Defamation.
You know, yeah. If that's what he's
Oh.
saying, we need to see him lawyer up, you know.
You know, Miss Belinda, she know how to work on cars, so he definitely could have did that for her. She already had that tire on.
Hey, yo, do y'all would y'all fall for head over heels for that man, y'all? Ladies, please.
I wouldn't. I'm just be honest. I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Man.
Gonna move that
I'll
man
just be
in your
saving my
house
money while he
after
paying my rent. I'll be stacking my little money up because you know.
Damn.
I wouldn't even wanted him to pay my rent because I already know what comes behind that. No, pay your rent over there in your
But
studio.
Miss
and I'm
Londa,
gonna
you
pay
really
my
think
rent
about
over
it.
here in my 3-bedroom townhome. That's how we gonna keep it.
But when you really think about it, is he really helped her?
Mhm.
When you really think about it, that trauma got her a bigger bag. She probably ain't working at that job no more. You really think about it, he really helped him.
So you finna give credit to him. Hold on, as black women in particular, we're nosy. She didn't go through his phone, go through all his stuff, didn't any rip. And see, I was gonna say that earlier. I'm one of them type of motherfuckers. When you leave out that house, if I have questions, I'm all through your shit. I'm letting you know now. And when
God
you
damn,
go
you a CO, Miss Londa.
show
Oh
am,
my
I done went in niggas. I done got niggas social security numbers, all of they shit. Yeah, you're not gonna stick me, nigga.
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
playing. No,
Hey, yo, nah, you a scammer too.
I didn't get it to scam. You just wasn't finna stick me. That's how I know.
She said, "Give me your identity. I need your social. Give me your social security, motherfucker."
But
Boone
I
ain't
gotta,
on here. That's right.
I gotta say this though, man. She got a major bag though off this Miss Londa. I'm telling you, black woman trauma, it sells. She gonna get a book deal. She gonna get a movie deal. That TikTok is already at 12 million. So
Man,
Legion really
Lifetime
helped
already
her.
on the movie. Lifetime making
Wendy
the movie
Williams
right
right there
now.
right now. She about to get a whole Lifetime movie. She really won a little bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go through the pain to get the game.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think we all
bless
should
her.
do that.
She
I think every
deserved
woman.
it.
I'm sorry. I think every woman and man should do that then, because like people have been through worse than what she's been through.
Mm-hmm.
Like for by far, you know what I mean? Like, and she's complaining because the dude kept lying about buying a house or buying you a car, or you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, go grow up somewhere, okay? Like for real. I mean, I said that she lost her baby, had a miscarriage, whatever the case. You know, that's that part. But go grow up somewhere, okay? Go grow up.
But I
Yeah.
think I blame society when you really think about Miss Londa. Y'all women got so much pressure. I gotta get married at 35. I gotta do this. And the ones that really don't got that mind right can fall on traps like this. You gotta have your mind. You gotta have love for yourself. You gotta have your own worth. You can't just jump out in 3 weeks because a nigga changed your tire. That's crazy to me.
I have to rebuttal you on that because I can remember us having a discussion in the past where you felt like, oh, Black women want to focus on their career. But meanwhile, Amy's over here. She's 25 and she's married and this, that, and the
But
other.
I changed a little bit, Miss Lyon. I hit them 30 pieces. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help the Black woman. But they shoot at me for no reason.
Because you
Man.
full of shit like Legion.
Oh nah. Hey, damn. Nah.
I
Shit.
was leading my time, was I?
Well, you guys, that's gonna bring the show to the end for this Sunday. Until next Sunday, we'll pick back up. I think it's on part 5. Maybe do 5 through 8. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Any last words? You guys want to let everybody know where they can find you at?
Come find me tomorrow on Rod Uncensored Network. I got a lot of stuff coming on. I got meditation Mondays. Young Squiller came on. You trying to help the youth. I'm just talking about mental health in general right now, but I'm still talking about dumb shit. Well, about Plan B's going for 25. What's considered a BBW? What's not considered a BBW? I'm still on my bullshit. So come check me out, Rod Uncensored Network. Please hit the cash app up, Rod 92 Dean, because that child support getting outrageous. You know what I mean? Like I'm on OnlyFans right now. I'm selling feet pics. You know what I mean? Because some females like gel feet. Some females like gel feet. So I'm sending that. Also, I also got my Jamaican shirt because Bob Marley's, you know what I mean, movie came out. So I'm wearing all my, you know what I mean, the see-through, Miss Lottie, you remember the see-through shirts? My nipples out. You know what I mean? I'm putting that on my OnlyFans.
Some shit
Check
you
that
can just
out.
keep to yourself. I didn't even want to hear that.
Oh man.
Yeah, drunk. We back every Sunday at 7, and it's me and Boom again.
You know what I mean? It's Rod Uncensored Network. Check me out, brother.
All right. You want to let them know where they can find you at, Squalor?
Yeah, you can find me at Always Everything with Young Squalor, just how you see it on the screen. Just type that in, I'll pop up. You can type in Young Squalor. But if my link tree is # Always Squalor. So it's easy to find me. My name is the same on every platform.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Vonda, and you guys that's viewing. Thank you guys for tuning in.